Will not be entertaining any discussion about the sanctity of life, how much you care about an unborn fetus, or how selfish you think somebody is for getting an abortion from the same people who lost their collective minds over the past 2 years when asked to wear a mask, get a vaccine, or skip a haircut in order to save lives in the middle of a global pandemic. Republicans literally argued that senior citizens should take a chance on their survival in exchange for the economy. They said in the choice between the loss of our way of life as Americans and the loss of life of American lives, the government should always choose the latter, and it's time to put on our big boy and big girl pants and say it's the lesser of two evils to just let people die. And a majority of Republicans polled in the middle of 2020 thought the number of COVID deaths was acceptable. I absolutely refuse to be lectured about the value of life by people who spent the last 2 years actively fighting against life-saving public health measures and supporting representatives who vote against healthcare and COVID relief. I already heard your opinions on the value of life when you yelled them at a school board meeting. I read them on your protest signs and your Facebook memes, and I remembered them at the funerals of my loved ones.
We know what reduces abortions, but many states are unwilling to provide long-acting, reversible contraception, which is the most effective way to prevent teen pregnancy. But it needs to be affordable, because when teens have access to free birth control of their choice, abortion rates plummet. And when states invest in comprehensive sex education, teen pregnancy rates go down. Freedom isn't free. And if Roe is overturned, outside of the cost of bodily autonomy, the bill will come due. Here's what I mean. Doctors and others could face significant prison time for performing/helping with abortions post-Roe. Here's the possible prison time abortion providers and others could face in states with trigger bans, pre-Roe bans, or 6-week bans in place. In Iowa, there will be a 6-week ban. This bans a physician for performing an abortion if a fetal heartbeat has been detected, which can be heard at around 6 weeks. Usually before women even realize they're pregnant. But this leaves enforcement up to the State Board of Medicine. It specifies that a person who receives an abortion is not subject to civil or criminal penalties. Then there's Texas's trigger ban. Anyone who performs, induces, or attempts abortion is guilty of a second-degree felony if the fetus survives, and a first-degree felony if not. A first-degree felony is punishable by life or between 5 and 99 years in prison and a fine of up to $10,000. With that said, imprisoning people costs money. Not that there's an abortion ban in California, but for the sake of reference, as you can see, here's California's annual cost to incarcerate an inmate in prison. Please take note of the second largest expense, inmate health care. Keep this in mind when a politician or pundit says that states aren't fiscally responsible for health care associated with childbirth, or, better yet, when they assert that birth control is inexpensive. Anyways.
What policies have been shown to reduce abortion? Comprehensive sex education programs, universal health care, paid maternity leave, free access to contraceptives, programs that curb domestic violence and sexual abuse, and expanded child tax credits. Do any of the 13 states that have trigger laws to ban abortion if Roe v. Wade gets overturned happen to include any of those? No. Oh. Okay.
For Rebel HQ, I'm Jeff Wiggins. My architect knows Japanese. For more from the Young Turks, stay right here. If you want to see content from yours truly, click on the hashtag below. I can also be found on all socials at He Gon' Be Alright. Thanks for watching.